everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be making some cards. I am at home like most of you probably are, and I just thought it would be nice to send some snail mail to some of my friends and family. So I figured I would just bring you along and show you how to make some super simple cards. So if these craft videos are intimidating to you, watch this one because it's going to be very simple. Okay, to start off with our supplies, I have a pair of scissors, a pencil, eraser, a Sharpie, black Sharpie, but obviously you can have whatever you want, a nice black pen, oh there I am, a pad of paper, and then some colored pencils. So these are all very basic things. Probably everyone has them in their homes. And obviously you can use any other sort of pen or drawing or painting materials that you have, but I personally love simple cards, so I'm just using simple supplies. Okay, so first thing, we are going to get out a piece of paper. I'll set the rest aside. Now you could just fold it like this and do a large card, but I personally like smaller cards. So I'm going to fold it in half, line my corners up, unfold it in half like that, and then I'm gonna unfold it and then just cut down the center on that line that I created so that I know it is exactly half. Okay, as you can see, that is a nice rectangle. So I'm gonna just go ahead and fold this smaller piece again. Again, lining up my corners just to make sure that I have an even fold. And there you go. You can either open your card this way or this way. You can do it whichever way. I think I usually make my cards this way, just because, I don't know, portrait mode makes me think of pictures, but if it's this direction, I think more artistically. Okay, so for the first one, just gonna do a really simple design. And the reason I have my pencil here is just because if I do any sort of lettering, I like to do it with a pencil before I use my pen or marker, just because I want it to be even. I'm not too crazy about super uneven. So I'm just gonna sketch out, I'm just gonna do a very simple thinking of you across the front. And now I'm not gonna measure the exact center of the card, but I'm just gonna kind of write it out. Okay, so as you can see here a little closer, I have written this out, and this is, you know, part of where creativity comes into while you're in the process of it. I was writing out thinking of you, and I realized I didn't line it up exactly, so I just decided to do a little line and then draw a little paper airplane. Sorry, it's not focusing on it. There we go. I decided to draw a little paper airplane at the end just because it seemed like a cute, like I'm sending you a message idea. So, and something that I really want to just stress for you guys is that you might feel like you have bad handwriting, but do capital letters. Capital letters are very cute. It just kind of makes it bolder, and then they're all straight lines. So it makes it quite easy. I did do the of in lowercase, and as you can tell, I don't even have a great handwriting, but just that contrast of the capital letters with the lowercase letters, it just makes it interesting. So it's very simple, very minimal, but I think it's very cute. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and trace over it with my pen. Okay, so here we have it, the finished product. Something I forgot to mention was that I don't actually erase the pencil. I usually just trace right over it. And a lot of times if I notice something right at the end that needed to be done a little differently than how I had originally written it with the pencil, I will just correct that as I go with the pen. Instead of, writing with a pencil and erasing and writing again with a pencil, I just kind of correct it with my eye in the moment, because when you have a reference point, it's easier to make correction than if you are, constantly just freehanding and erasing and freehanding again. So I did that here, and you really can't even notice. It still, obviously is freehand, but I think it's really cute. And then you can see with the pencil, my paper airplane is a little more distinct. Maybe you can't tell it's a paper airplane, but I still think it's cute for some reason. But yeah, that is it. This is a very simple card, but it's done, and I think it's adorable. Okay, for this next card, I want to use a little bit of color. So I'm gonna pull out all of my greens. For this one, I am going to do some ferns coming in from the different sides, and I'm just going to freehand it. I'm not gonna use the pencil. I'm just going to use the colored pencils, and the reason they are nice is because you can use an eraser on them as well. So if it doesn't turn out, I can always erase it. But with the fern, it's really nice. I'm gonna bring it in from the different corners, but it's so simple. You just create a stem here, coming in from the outside. Run over that a couple times just so it's kind of thick. And then I start from the top, and I just make a really tiny mark. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really small. And then you just get larger and larger from there. So the next one's gonna be a little bit longer. The next one's gonna be a little bit longer, and so on, all the way to the bottom. Oops, my pen broke. I'm gonna use this one just because it's a very similar color. Yeah, you can almost not even tell the difference there. Ooh. You kind of can, but it's okay. Plants are never the same color anyway. So yep, you just go ahead and do that. And then what I do is I just do the same exact thing on the opposite side, but I want to make all of these lines line up to these lines. So I'm gonna start them on the inside. I'm not gonna start them on the inside, but I'm just gonna make sure all of them line up at the stem at the same spot. So a small one at the top, and then a little larger, just making sure that it connects with the next one down. So there is one fern. It looks kind of boxy at the end, so I'm just gonna make it a little bit longer. Just to kind of give it a little bit more of a point. This is so in the moment, it changes, but I'm just gonna do a few more ferns coming into the center here, and yeah, see what it looks like. Okay, so here I have all of them coming in. I was planning on doing it all the way around the edge, but I kind of like the way that this corner is empty. So yeah, it really is all just, deciding in the moment what you're gonna do. But I'm gonna go ahead on the inside of this card and just add a few more in here just to bring some interest. now that the inside is done, I think it looks so cute. It just carries the theme onto the inside. Then I'm just gonna add a small little message on the front. I don't really know what I'm gonna say yet. I think I'll just do the word hope. Or here, I'll do H. Hope. Full. Yeah, I'll just write hopeful like that, and then just do a really, like a smaller stay on the top. It needs to be to the right a little more. This is why I use my pencil. It's for lining things up like this. Okay, there we go. And I'm just gonna run over it with a pen. Okay, so here it is. If you notice, I never ended up using this lighter green. I liked just the way that the darker one looked overall. And yeah, my lettering didn't come out perfectly. I think once my pen dries, I'm gonna try erasing the underneath. Maybe it will look a little better, but that's the beauty of homemade cards. It's having grace for your mistakes and, you know, just doing what feels fun. And yeah, it means a lot to receive something that's homemade because it took that much extra time to do it. So I would definitely encourage you to do that, even if it doesn't come out perfect. Okay, for this one, I'm going to use my colored pencils again, but I'm going to do my lettering first. And I'm gonna do a little bit of cursive. So if you don't feel comfortable with cursive, I don't really know what to tell you. But just like anything else, you know, just do it. And if it's not perfect, that's fine. The goal isn't perfect. The goal is to have fun making it yourself and putting your heart into it. So I'm just gonna write hello, and then I'll do the color later. All right, so as you could tell, cursive is for sure an erase, erase, erase. But this one, I think is pretty cute. And so all I'm gonna do is, before I trace it with the pen, I'm gonna take my color, which I haven't decided yet. What if we do two colors? We could do orange and yellow. That sounds fun. Yeah, we'll do orange and yellow. So now I'm just gonna take a colored pencil and just kind of scribble out right on top of where my lettering is, just to add some color into it. So these keep breaking. I need to go get my sharpener. That's okay, I got two colors. And just make messy lines. I think the messy lines are really pretty in here. So my yellow is going all out of the box. And I think I might add a darker orange if I have it. That's kind of pinkish. I don't have it. I'll try this like peach color. Just to kind of add a couple of tones in there. Just some bright colors to go with our little hello. So yeah, just a nice little swash on the back, and then I'm gonna trace over it with my pen. Actually, I think I'm gonna use Sharpie this time around, just so it's it's cursive, which is dainty, so I'm gonna bring the boldness of the Sharpie into it. All right, so here it is. Not my favorite. I think I probably would have chosen blue to go in the background just because the white is, or the yellow and orange is a little bit, I don't know. It just seems kind of distant compared to the Sharpie look. So if I would do this again, I would probably use a darker color on the back. But yeah, there it is. It's pretty cute. Okay, for this last one, I knew this was gonna happen. I'm bringing in more supplies than I warned you about. But we're just gonna make a simple cutout of a heart. And if you don't know how to do a cutout of a heart, I don't know what you did when you were in middle school. But basically, I don't know how to explain it, but you can just kind of watch. You fold the paper, you come make a curve and then come back down to the paper. But I don't think that that is big enough for what I want. I want to be able to write inside of it. So I'm gonna have to make one a little bit bigger. Shoot. There we go. That's a pretty good size. So yeah, you're just gonna need an extra piece of paper, which I guess I did warn you about. We have that. So need an extra piece of paper, cut it out, and then place it there. And then I'm just gonna take red. You could probably use red and pink if you would want to, but I'm just gonna take red and I'm gonna place my heart in the center of my card and make sure it stays in the same spot. You could even tape it down if you'd want to, and then just burst out from it. So begin drawing on your separate piece of paper, the one that you have on top, and then just go out from there with streaks of color, strokes of color. Very simple. And then just go all the way around. Okay, then once you're done with that, you just pull it away. You have this beautiful little cutout of a heart, which this does look very crafty, but I've done it with just like a square piece of paper as well. And I think it looks really pretty. Actually, let me grab it. It's just over here. I've done it for Anthony, and I think that that looks beautiful, especially with the border on the inside. So I'm not gonna do a border with the heart, just because I can't use a ruler and I don't want it to look too freehand. So we're just gonna leave it like that. And then get our trusty little pencil over here. And I'm just gonna write love you in it. A lot of times, I guess I just started doing this without explaining it. A lot of times, if there is a distinct center, like there is with this heart right where it dips down, and if you have a 5-letter word, I would put your middle letter of the word right in here, but because I have a 4-letter word, I'm just gonna start with my 2 middle letters. So if I'm writing love, I'm gonna use my O and my V so that I know I'm in the center. So my O is gonna go to my left, and then my V is gonna go to the right of the center of the heart. And then you just add the E and the L to either side of it, and then it's perfectly centered. And then with the U, which is a 3-letter word, which is an odd number, you can do the same thing. So I'm just gonna put my O right in the center, and then my U and my Y on either side of it. And then that is super cute. I'm gonna, sorry, through my pen. And then I'm just gonna go over it with my pen again. The pencil might seem like an extra step, but I tell you it's worth it every time. Every time. Kind of messed up on that. It looked better in the pencil than it did on the pen, but that's okay. It's still really pretty. And if it's going to someone that you love, especially if you have that person in mind, which is the most important thing that I'm not doing for this video, then it will matter. Honestly, it sounds crazy, but thinking about the person that you're sending it to makes a huge difference. So there you go. Love you. So cute. I might add, no exclamation point. And then on the inside, you can okay, and there is all of them together. So you can kind of see what they look like. Honestly, the simpler ones are the ones that I like the most. These two bottom ones really didn't take a whole lot of effort, but they're so beautiful. And yeah, I think you could write some really heartfelt notes to some of your friends on the inside, which is what matters the most with cards anyway. Okay, that is it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. That was a lot of kind of back and forth, but I hope it was fun for you. And let me know which card that you like the best in the comments below. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's actually been a while since I made a video. Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to show you my making. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and move on to our last blank canvas. And I don't have any ideas just popping out of my head in the moment, but oh, I know what would be really cute.